Greetings, everyone. Well, I think it's time for another Blu-ray update. What do you think? But let's make it not just a Blu-ray update. Let's make it a Blu-ray and coffee table book update. Yeah, that sounds good. That's what we're going to do today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Well, I gotta say, the wonderful world of Ray Harryhausen, master of stop-motion animation, creator of Dynamotion, was a huge influence on me as a kid. I absolutely loved the Sinbad movies, and of course, Clash of the Titans, and Jason and the Argonauts, both of which I've talked about in other Blu-ray updates. If you missed it, look them up. And I'm very happy to see that his stuff is getting the royal treatment on Blu-ray. I mean, we got this beautiful digibook of Clash of the Titans, we got this super deluxe edition of Jason and the Argonauts, just loaded with extras and a beautiful transfer. And it's some great stuff, and very happy to have these in my collection and relive those childhood memories. Well, the ones I mainly grew up with were the Sinbad movies. In particular, I think Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger was the one that I saw the most, simply because it seemed to be the one that was repeated the most often on Saturday afternoon television. But I liked all the Sinbad movies. I mean, there was the Golden Voyage of Sinbad, for example, which starred none other than the Fourth Doctor himself, Tom Baker, as an evil Arab sorcerer. It was kind of interesting hearing the Doctor speaking with a faux Arabic accent and being the bad guy. Yeah, I think that was shortly before he took on the role of the Doctor, like maybe the year before or the year of, I can't remember. Anyway, the very first Sinbad movie that Ray Harryhausen did all the fantastic effects for was this one, The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. This is great stuff. This is classic Ray Harryhausen here. I mean, you got a Cyclops in there, which apparently he had developed for another project earlier that fell through, but he incorporated it into this one. You've got a gigantic two-headed vulture, you got a fire-breathing dragon, and you have a skeleton warrior. Where is he? There he is, a skeleton warrior, which is kind of the precursor of the multiple skeleton warriors that you see in Jason and the Argonauts. So this is a very nice addition. I was really happy with it. I forget how much I picked it up for. I actually bought it a while ago, and this is how far behind I am in the Blu-ray updates. I just haven't got around to doing it until now. I think it was about 20 bucks or thereabouts. No more than 20, I know that. So totally worth it. Let me give you a rundown of the extras on here. We have audio commentary with Ray Harryhausen himself, visual effects expert Phil Tippett, who's also quite noted for doing stop-motion animation, and Randall William Cook, author Stephen Smith, and Arnold Kunert. Then a featurette, Remembering the Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, another one, The Harryhausen Legacy, one about the music of Bernard Herrmann. Yes, this is another one for the Bernard Herrmann collection. Great score on here. Photo gallery, Sinbad May Have Been Bad, But He's Been Good to Me music video, a look behind the voyage. This is Dynamation special effects featurette. Sorry, I said Dynamotion before, didn't I? My bad, Dynamation. And finally, Ray Harryhausen interviewed by director John Landis. So a very well-rounded extras package, and definitely a treat for Ray Harryhausen fans. I mean, this was pretty much, you know, ground zero for the Sinbad movies and the sort of fantasy adventure type stuff. He'd done some other things before, like, you know, 5 Million Miles to Earth, Earth versus the Flying Saucers, both of which are also available on Blu-ray now, and I definitely want to pick those up for the collection. No word yet on when we'll be seeing the other two Sinbad movies on Blu-ray, but I will definitely be keeping an eye out for those. In the meantime, this is a great addition to the collection and highly recommended. Now, for Ray Harryhausen fans, there's a little something else I picked up recently. This normally goes for 50 bucks, but I found it on sale at Chapters for 20. The Art of Ray Harryhausen coffee table book. This is a beautiful, beautiful book. featuring text written by Ray Harryhausen himself and Tony Dalton. It also features a foreword by Peter Jackson, of Lord of the Rings fame, of course. And if we just take a little flip through here, just give you a sort of little bit of ideas there. There's lots of stuff, statues, sketches. He actually pulled a lot of his actual original models from the movies to take new pictures of them for this book. It's very cool, very well done. There's a lot of information about movies that were in development but never completed for whatever reason. In particular, there's a big chapter about the various Greek mythology stories that he wanted to do but just never got around to doing, and sort of how some of those ideas carried over into the Sinbad movies, which is why even though Sinbad isn't Greek mythology by any stretch, a lot of the creatures around, there's Medusa from Clash of the Titans, very cool. A lot of the creatures that appear in the Sinbad movies were very much born out of Harryhausen's interest in Greek mythology, and you'll notice a lot of, Greek mythology type creatures in them. I think that's why I like the Sinbad movies so much, because they're not just about adventures on the high seas. They had all these amazing monsters from Greek mythology or inspired by it that were just fantastic. So I've always really liked the old Greek myths and stuff and found them really interesting. This is some of the first stuff that Ray Harryhausen ever did, which was a series of shorts based on famous fairy tales and such. And that's kind of where he got his feet wet, as it were, doing stop-motion animation. So anyway, very, very cool book, and an absolute steal at $20. I couldn't believe I found it that cheap. But just beautiful, and I've really been enjoying going through this, and it made me even more interested to get the rest of the Harryhausen collection on Blu-ray. So yeah, at some point in the foreseeable future, I definitely plan to pick up the other 3, I believe. I think there's 3 other movies of his sort of other stuff, not the Sinbad or Greek mythology ones. So the other 3 that are available on Blu-ray are 5 Million Miles to Earth, in which the creature of that one actually bears a striking resemblance to the Kraken from Clash of the Titans. In fact, they both seem to be based on the same model. Earth versus the Flying Saucers, and It Came from Beneath the Sea. Now there is a box set of Ray Harryhausen Blu-rays, but there's no content in there that isn't available on the individual discs. And I'd rather have the individual discs anyway, because I kind of want to put the Sinbad movies together, keep the Greek mythology movies together, and then put all the other stuff together as the other works of Ray Harryhausen. Just the way I'd like to keep my collection organized. So yeah, some pretty cool additions to the Ray Harryhausen collection. Can I possibly say Ray Harryhausen any more in this video? No, I cannot. Alrighty, well, that's it from me to you for now. Just a quick update this time. I figure let's get through the rest of the updates fairly quickly. I don't really need to be saying tons and tons of things about them because there isn't really much to say. It's like, get them, they're cool, and I like them. Thank you. Alrighty, so that's it from me to you for now. So until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara. Welcome back. And I'm very happy to say the one about the music of Bernard Herrmann. Currently no word on when we'll get the other 2 Sinbad movies, but I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for those. No word yet on when. Yeah, I definitely want to pick those up. What is it? There's 5 Million Miles to Earth. Yeah, the other 3 that are available are, as I mentioned, 5 Million Miles to Earth, Earth versus the Flying Saucers, and blah, 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 blah. That's his masterpiece. I love blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go find out what the third one is. I'll be right back. So the other three that are available on Blu-ray are